What's the most valuable thing you've ever learned? Go on, have a think about it. What's the most valuable thing you've ever learned? That can be a hard question to answer, but it's an important one if you're about to invest in a degree, invest financially and invest years of your life. So let me ask the question a slightly different way. What's the most valuable thing you could learn? Let me give you an example from my own life of my reflection on this. In my own learning experience, when I finished high school, I just fell in love with jazz. And at that time in my life, I went to jazz bars whenever I got the chance. I was playing some probably pretty rough jazz piano. I was listening to jazz in the car. I just loved it, and I wanted to understand it better. So I spent a couple of years studying jazz performance. And as my understanding grew, it was really exciting because things came alive in new ways. And that's one of the joys of education, right? But the most valuable lessons I've ever learned came later, when I started to study bigger and deeper questions than how music works. And two things stand out to me. One is critical thinking, the ability to make informed judgments and decisions when I hear two different opinions or five different opinions on a matter. And I literally use that skill every day, one of the best skills I've ever learned. The second thing, which probably comes first really, is purpose. I have a clear sense of purpose for my life. And I'm not talking about measuring myself in achievements, that's very different. But a clear sense of purpose, of meaning, of direction. Knowing that is the most important thing I've ever learned, by far. You know, what am I doing here on planet Earth, right? It's a pretty big question. So why am I telling you all this? Well, I now have the privilege of leading a team of world-class educators who are committed to teaching our students how to think. Not what to think, but how to think. And in conjunction with that, we're committed to helping every student who walks through our doors to find that clear sense of purpose for their lives. Trinity College Queensland is a theological college in Brisbane, so we're committed to those big God questions, but we relate those questions in practical ways to the arts, to psychology, to family life, self-care, public speaking. And we begin always with your questions. So what's the most valuable thing you will ever learn? Come and tell us at Trinity College Queensland.